Hello and welcome to Crafting with Jane. Today we are looking at this lovely stamp set again. You know, I did the lovely hair last time. It is Pink Ink Designs and it's Hair Fauna series. And I said that there were these other lovely beautiful stamps, so I thought we would do a card with some of those. I'm going to start by doing a background, and I'm doing a long what do they, I don't know what they are, envelope cards, the ones that go into the long thin envelopes. You can do whatever size you want, because I know envelopes in different countries come in different sizes, but it's just a long thin envelope, so that's what I thought I'd start with. And I've got a variety of blues and greens, so I thought we'd have sort of blues up one end and greens down on the other, and then the blues sort of running in the middle, and we'll just sort of see how it goes. So I can take this one that I've got with like blues and things in, and I'm going to start with green down on one side, and then we'll go up and do blue up the other side. So this is the way I like to do the backgrounds. So I've got this green, and I'm literally just going to start, and I can turn it sideways because then it's easier for you to see. Let's move this out of the way a bit so there's some space. I'm going to take it from the corner, and I'm literally just bringing it up. I have to put it up there. I'm taking it from the corner and just bringing it up. Whoops, says me having got some on my finger. Never mind. Okay, so that's sort of green on there. I'm going to try a bit of the other green. So you have to excuse my fingers. You can see I've been crafting. Anybody who crafts and keeps their fingers nice and clean is a better person than me. Now I think that this hopefully is a slightly different sort of green, and we'll just blend in a little bit more in on here like that. So it is just slightly different, not a huge amount, but just slightly, so I can take that on there. Then I'm going to go to the other side, and we're going to start with some blues. So I'm going to use this blue first, and I've just chosen a few different shades of blue. So I'm just going to take that up and bring that in from the bottom. Now it's going to come out a bit green to start off with, because I've still got some of the other colours in there, but that doesn't really matter, because as we blend it through, it'll all come in sort of together. So this is the darker blue, and again I'm just building it up as I go, so you can see that the outside edge will get darker and darker because we're bringing it into the center. Okay, so we've now got that, and we've got a gap in the middle. So I'm going to take this blue, which is sort of a turquoisey blue, and that's going to come in on the middle. So again, I'm just going to take that off the brush and then add some on. So you're picking up all of the colours together, because then that blends it in quite nicely. And you can see on here, just coming across from this edge, how you're going to get the two colours coming in together on that side, and then take it from this side, and I can take that in on the middle. Now if you use your brush from the end, you will get a smoother finish. If you use your brush as I was doing it from here, because I'm trying to do it quickly, the ends won't be as smooth. So I'm just going to bring some of this in over the top to smooth it down a bit. And you've got on here, you've got the three different colours coming through. Now on the, oh yes, it doesn't look too blobby on there, does it? Okay, so those are all the colours that we're going to use, but I do want to just have a little bit of extra interest on there. So I need to, and I've literally just washed it earlier. I don't think I've got the, I did have two of them, but I don't know where the second one's gone. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to get a fan brush. There we go. That's my fan brush, and I like to do just some little sort of water splats on it. Now what I tend to do is, rather than getting a great big bowl, I would just in my tray just put a couple of sprays. You can see there's not a huge amount in there, but that's all I want because I don't want too much in on there. And just wet the brush, and then I can just gently spray it across so it's not too big. I don't want it too big on here, just want it just a little bit. Do just another bit on here. It just gives just a little bit of a colour difference on here, which I think looks quite nice. Now I'm just sort of going overboard now, but I think that's going to be fine. And then I can just put my brush back in on here. I was using it with something else recently. And then if you take just a piece of kitchen paper, and I'm just going to put this in over the top, just give it a press out, and you'll see you've got this lovely sort of faux bleaching on here, and that's exactly the amount I wanted. I don't want it over the top, but you can see on there, hopefully you've got, yes you can, some nice sort of little faux bleaching on there, and that will work perfectly. So I can take these inks now and just put them out of the way. I'm going to put them back on the shelf and try and do it without knocking everything over, which I can do because my camera's a bit nearer. Okay, so that's our background. Now we can start working on these stamps. So I've got these thistles, which I think are rather fun. So let's take these out, and we're going to have, we've got a large thistle and a small thistle. So I think that's the large thistle, and we've got a small one. And we've got two little sort of spriggy grasses, I think they probably would be called. So there's me spriggy things, grasses. So we'll have those, and then I'm going to do the hairs and things in between. I've got the butterfly as well, which might be quite fun. So let's have a look at this. Put him in on the centre, and I'm going to do him in I'm going to do him in the blue, which is my favourite VersaFine Claire, the is it Twilight? Yes, Twilight. I just love stamping in that colour. I think it's beautiful. So let's just do this in on here, and I just want it to come up in on the side like that, and then we'll have one like that as a shadow. Oh, I like that. Like that very much. Okay, so I'm going to take them off because I might just put them back on again in a minute rather than cleaning them. This is the smaller one. So this smaller one is going to come up. I'm going to take him up on here, I think. So just up off the side. And then we'll take the second strength just underneath because it just gives a bit of a shadow, which I think is rather lovely. Now I want to go back and do this one again. That's why I turned around and said I wasn't going to clean it all up straight away and put it away, because I want to just sort of carry on with this colour in on here. Okay, so this one is going to go up in on this side, so we'll have it in right up at the top like that, and we'll have the second strength coming in like that. Then I want to do I've got the grasses to come up now. So let's take, do I want grasses in the same colour, or am I going to do it in, I think I'm going to do the grasses in a different colour. So I want to bring in some other colours. So I've got this purpley colour, which I think will come out more of a blue than a purple, and I think that that'll work quite well. So that's one of the leaves. Oh yes, that's quite nice. So I'm going to have one in down on here like this, sort of fairly up, I think, like that. So we've got that with a little shadow piece on there, and then I'm going to take it up and put some up in on the other side. I think I'm going to do it just down at the bottom here. That's better. And then let's put this one, which is a long, tall one. And we'll just have him in like that. Might get a third one in there. That's perfect. So that's sort of coming out of the edge. Now I love that sort of bit, and I think that that's worked really well. Let's take those off for a minute. Now I want to do some of the running hairs, and I'm going to go back and use the blue for those, I think. So I've got two different hairs. I've got this one, which can go on there, says me. I've just nearly dropped the stamps on the floor. Now I think I just want to have him sort of leaping across on the centre. I think one goes one way and one goes the other, I'm not sure. So that's going to be the blue one, and it's just going to go across like that. Oh, I like that. And I only want one of him. I don't want too many. Right, I'm going to take that off, and I will clean them all up afterwards. You know me, I like cleaning them as I go, but I don't want this to be too long. Now I think he's going to be in the same, no he's not, he's going to be in the opposite direction, I think. So we can then have the other one racing across, and he's going to be up. Could have him down on the bottom, couldn't I? In amongst these, yes I am. So he's going to be just down on the bottom there, racing around. which I think works quite nicely. And do I want, I've got another one, haven't I? I've got this one, which we could have just, it's more of a little silhouette, this one, isn't it? So he should be in the background. So if I'm going to do him, I want him to be not full strength. So I'm going to stamp him off first. Just stamp him off onto this once, and then I can just take him up about like that. And I might take another one just down like that. That's quite good, just going away in the background. So I now need to, now I've done those pieces, I'm going to do just a little bit of grounding in on there, and I need to just take, and I had some from earlier on, didn't I? But I think I've probably already got rid of that one, have I? Right, let's just take one of these, and I'm just going to tear it across in here, which is what I like to do for doing my just little bits like that. And I'm going to do it this way, so we've got little pieces coming in on the top, and I'm just going to take some sponge daubers, and I want it to be dark blue in on this. So we are going to, because I'm going to go around the edges in that dark blue, which have I put back? Yes, I have. I didn't use the Night of Navy, did I? So that's what I'm going to use now. So excuse me a second while I just bring that one out. And this, I'm literally just going to give a little bit of grounding on here. So I'm taking it from there, and I'm just a little bit up on here. So that just gives a little bit on there, which I think looks quite sweet. And then this one down here is going to go in the opposite way. So I'm going to have that. So this is going to go just down in the bottom while he's racing along. And then on this, I'm not overly, just doing it a little bit at the bottom. It should just give a little bit on there. So that's given that bit there. That's given that bit on there, which is nice. Now what I want to do is, I just want to go around the whole of the outside to just bring everything in. What I like to do is to take it from the corner and then bring it down. Because if you take it from the corner, it's quite a dark colour, which is fine, but I hope you can see this. Let's just move these up a bit. I need to wash all these stamps out now. Okay, so I'm taking it from there, and I'm just bringing it across so that you don't have too much running through in. Take it from that corner, and then I can bring it all the way up here. Because I want to make sure that it's looking quite nice in on the edges. And then we just need to bring a little bit in on the bottom here. Taking up all that I've got on there just to bring it in. Then I've got that in on the bottom. Okay, so that then gives that really sort of nice running up the hill, little bits of just interest and stuff in there without it being overly thought of. You know, sometimes it's quite nice to just add the colours in and not have anything that's overly precise. And I think that that worked quite nicely because you've got the different colours and things coming in, and I really like that background. So the only thing we need to do now is to put it onto the background, which I put it out of the way, didn't I, so it wouldn't, here it is, so it wouldn't get dirty. So we can just put that straight on like that, and I'm not going to do any more of a border around it than that because I think that that works perfectly. So I'm going to wait until I've cleaned my hands before I put it down because I don't want it to get dirty, but I think you'll be able to see on there you've got just a really nice sort of scene without it being over thought of. So again, this is using this lovely stamp which is called, can't find the cover for it now, it's pink something designs. Here we go. It is Pink Ink Designs Hair Fauna series. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.